Shortly after this, YBC member Eam Stacks was allegedly shot multiple times in a failed drill that left him with life-changing injuries. And shortly after this, tragedy struck very close to YBC DUL when his cousin and very close collaborator, Da Fetty, was gunned down in the summer of 2022.
Told her that she decent. I ain't even know she tried to steal my semen. This is the life that I live, I ain't keeping. Any nigga wanna slap me, that way I ain't sneezing. Yeah. No nigga be testing the clock. Remember the police raided out the spot. Cause that nigga teleported, got the drop. My wrist in the ball and I stuck with my Glock. Then young nigga pushing, they finna get popped. And my daddy told me niggas stay out the block, but the nigga don't even fucking come to the spot. So my brother asked me if I'm in it or not. Boy, you know I'ma ride a world hard for my spot. I put down the pistol, led me to the flock. I was smoking on flock and touching on the mouth. And you know I'ma rob him if he op or not. Young nigga that's standing for no call the cop. Me and money be lurking, twisting off the top. When you start getting money, niggas on your cock. We the real trap vibe, just came out the slot. Long list snap, my nigga done got shot. Ain't no nigga.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy CashOutFabo, and I'm back with another reaction. I'm back with another video. I'm back with another, you feel me, bruh. Today we got the beef that made YBC DUL dig up his OPPS GRAVE. War in Philly. Like, this shit crazy. Like, I never heard of a nigga digging up like the OPPS GRAVE and shit, man. Like on bro, like, you feel me? You feel me type shit. But hey, salute to all my niggas that's from Philly and shit. If you from Philly, comment down below right now. You feel me? Let me know what be going on in Philly, fam, cause this shit crazy. I never heard of a nigga digging up the OPPS GRAVE and shit. Like, you feel me? Focus my shit up. But hey, straight to it, man. Hey, spam my W's in the chat, M's in the chat, motion game in the chat. We're going crazy. Straight motion, bro.
Grimiest music scenes known to man. Specifically, Philly drill brings the next level to crash dummy activity. We've seen drill from all over the world getting co-signed, and it seemed like nobody is going as crazy and as violent and as crash dummy type as the Philly drill scene. Things are so insane that
bro, this nigga really digging up a grave, fam. Y'all see this shit? Bro, I know y'all niggas see this shit, fam. Look at this shit, bro.
A video of one of the most popular Philly drill rappers, YBC DUL, reportedly digging up dirt at a gravesite that he claimed to be an op, had just gone viral. Just thinking for a minute, if that was real, it would definitely be the most disrespectful and outright madness I've ever seen. Like, imagine the ops take out your mans and they go dig him up and drop a video of it on IG. It was never confirmed whether or not the viral video was real. However, something that is very real is the ongoing war in Philly that have many from YBC and surrounding neighborhoods losing their lives for the past couple years. A war that's been ongoing that somehow involves one major gang against a clique of like 5 to 6 gangs, all hell-bent on destroying each other with no end in sight. Man, we gotta talk about the war in Philly that claimed the lives on many sides within YBC and CCK, and apparently has YBC DUL ready to crash out on social media right now. But before we do, I'm gonna need you to do something for me, man. Run up this video, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell so whenever I post, y'all tune in right away. Hit that link in the description at StaySafeWorld.com to go tap in with that merch, man. Let's get into this right now. Let's get it.
These used cars look the same, but Carfax can show how damage history affects the value.
Your damage has always been visible.
What y'all niggas think about this beat, bro? Like, this my first time even, like, it's not my first time hearing shit like this, but like, it's my first reaction on shit like this, bro. Like, that man done dig up the OPPS GRAVE, fam. That's crazy, bro. In Texas, they pissing on their OPPS GRAVE. In Philly, they dig their ops up, twin. This should be crazy. What?
If the Grammys had a Crash Out of the Year award, no doubt in my mind, I'd have to name YBC DUL as tribute.
Nah.
You know, the very vocal YBC member who literally states his mission to be as disrespectful as possible. Straight made headlines pretty much on some nationwide with a viral video basically depicting him digging up a gravesite in a cemetery. Although this could be seen as a way to just go straight viral, it was no doubt who this message was really sent for. The west side of Philly has essentially turned into a complete and utter war zone, from the YBC, aka Young Bag Chasers, first becoming hunters and slowly becoming the hunted, in a series of high-profile shootings that even put the DA, Larry Krasner, on notice.
Today we want to send a very clear message to the members of 02-4. The same goes for the people they have been fighting with, the Young Bag Chasers.
The wild beef that has YBC has around with their surrounding neighborhoods, with a series of gangs that essentially clicked up to take them out, has claimed dozens of lives. And honestly, it's a straight miracle that YBC DUL is straight standing here able to make that video with all that has happened in the past couple years, with members from both sides getting gunned down like their lives don't even matter, to him even getting shot. The DA Larry Krasner even went on an all-out media blitz to not only say he's trying to indict everyone from both gangs, but also sending a message that he's coming for anyone who's even associated with the gangs. As you can see by the video, the beef has been ongoing within the city of Philadelphia, and it's straight insane. Bruh even says in a Say Cheese interview that his crew is the reason for there being 500 murders in Philadelphia just in 2022, making it—
Wait, why he say that though? Why he say that in an interview, fam? Like, they gonna build a Rico, fam. Like, they do Ricos in Philly, fam. Let me know, cause I know certain states don't do Ricos and shit. I think every state do Ricos and shit. I could be wrong though. Let me know in the comments, bro. I could be a dumbass jit, cause I swear.
There being 500 murders in Philadelphia just in 2022, making it one of the most dangerous cities in the world. Man, we gotta get into the next chapter of how a beef might destroy the city right now with YBC versus everybody. Let's get into it. To understand how things even got this deep in the streets of Philadelphia, you gotta go all the way back. Philly was always a dangerous place. However, people are not even really aware of how dangerous Philly has become just over the last couple years. 2022 marked one of the dangerous years on record, with over 500 homicides, which is pretty unheard of for a city of its size. With previous years before 2021 reaching around 300 or so homicides per year, this was an extremely high uptick that was kind of out of control. Many within the community felt that the responsibility of this huge uptick in murders was due to the rise of drill rap. As drill rap scenes began springing up in many cities, Philly had its own rise of a new version of the crazy and dark genre that began making waves around 2020. Many people tend to think that the
Like, he really digging that shit, fam. He really digging that. Like, he really digging that shit. But Philly drill, I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Philly music though. Like, y'all got a whole different— I fuck with it. You feel me? I think bruh beef with 027 Quantity and shit. Let me know in the comments. Pretty sure he do, but
violence within the city of Philadelphia,
he be around Skrilla and shit. That boy Skrilla hard. No cap.
is more concentrated towards North Philly. However, the ongoing situation between West Philly gangs like YBC and CCK have been dominating the Philly drill scene. YCB gang, aka the Young Bag Chasers, are a gang centered around the 42nd to 43rd and Mantua Avenue area of West Philly. The area was extremely hectic, with neighborhood gangs beefing that are only a couple blocks away. YBC started to form and make a name for itself after the high-profile shooting of one of its young members, Josh.
Get 0.9% APR on this Buick.
On Wednesday, May 29th, 2019, Joshua David Munson was along the 4200 block of Wyalusing Avenue in Philadelphia's Parkside section. At 1:40 p.m., police were called to the area for a person with a gun.
Upon arrival, police observed the victim, who was later ID'd as Joshua Munson. He was suffering from multiple gunshot wounds and was taken to Presbyterian Hospital, where he was listed in critical condition.
Unfortunately, the 18-year-old died from his injuries on May 31st.
Josh is how they originally had the name Josh World in memory of him when he was unfortunately slayed in 2019. On May 29th, 2019, Joshua David Munson was along the 4200 block of Wyalusing Avenue in Philadelphia's Parkside section. At 1:40 p.m., police were called to an area for a person with a gun. At the time of the shooting, police say that a black male around 24 and 25 years old, wearing blue shorts and a white tank top, parked a gold Dodge Ram pickup on the corner of 42nd Street and Mantua Avenue, just around the corner from Munson. Police say the man exited the truck, jogged to Wyalusing Avenue. They say that he then ran back to the truck immediately following the shooting and drove westbound on Mantua. Josh would be in the hospital in critical condition, but unfortunately died from his injuries in the hospital 2 days later. This brings us to the next chapter. Basically from that point on, Josh World, or YBC Young Bag Chasers, slowly turned from a loose group of childhood friends from the same area to a full-out gang embroiled with beefs with other areas with notable rappers such as J100 and YBC DUL, and a bunch of others, honestly. In their rise to notoriety in Philly, there were several high-profile incidents where people got murked and somehow became names that were mentioned in songs along the way. For instance, the infamous situation that happened with Buddy, aka Nyferic Hawkins, a 20-year-old that was gunned down at a basketball park in West Philly. Police responded to the 3900 block of Olive Street for a report of a person with a gun. Upon their arrival, officers quickly discovered that a shooting occurred and found an unresponsive man who had been struck by gunfire multiple times. He was transported to a nearby hospital by police. Unfortunately, the victim, later identified as 20-year-old Nyferic Hawkins, succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced dead at 5:45. No arrests had been made, and the investigation was ongoing. Various news reports have indicated that the shooting occurred at a basketball game. Although he died, his story doesn't end there, because he became a frequent topic within YBC songs, especially someone who YBC DUL mentioned repeatedly throughout his music as Buddy. This seemed to have a lasting effect in the neighborhood, and along with this and a shooting at a crowded barbecue around 38th Street that injured a notorious shooter from the 39th Street gang named Sid, aka Fro. This incident marked a newly established gang war in Philly between YBC and 39th Street. While Sid was able to survive this attempt on his life, he became a major problem for YBC and many others that went down in attempts to take him out, and it's some of the craziest, most crash out activity that anyone could imagine. Unfortunately, the next move would be tragic for YBC, where a beloved member by the name of Rashawn Hall, aka BL, was gunned down in the Belmont neighborhood.
Philadelphia police say a 21-year-old man was shot and killed execution style in Belmont.
Whoa, I ain't gonna lie, execution style. Hey, what y'all niggas in Philly be sliding for real, twin? I never knew about that. Like, I never knew, like, this what be going on in Philly for real. Like, I knew y'all boys had, like, y'all got blicks. Yeah, I know niggas got blicks out there. Niggas got all type of blicks out there in Philly. That's the crazy thing about it. And, like, they got a lot of crackheads out there, too. But I never knew, like, these niggas really be beefing like that, fam. Like, I ain't even gonna cap. Like, the drill wave, like, every city got like every city, like, they got their own type of war going on and shit, fam. Like,
Belmont and Westminster Avenues around 9:30. Investigators say the gunman fired 15 shots at the victim near his house. They are looking for a tan car seen speeding away from that area. So far, no arrests or motive in this.
Police say a 21-year-old man was shot multiple times in the head and killed Philadelphia's Belmont neighborhood. It happened at 900 block of Belmont Avenue around 9:30 p.m. Police say the victim was shot multiple times in the head and was pronounced dead at the scene. Investigators say the gunman fired 15 shots at the victim near his house. Apparently, Sid from the 39th Street took responsibility for this shooting as a get back for the earlier incident that went down with YBC, which leads us to the craziest part of this whole gang war. The Search for Big 39, Chapter 4.
Chapter 4, nigga.
Hello, Moto.
My name is Todd Ryan. I'm the owner of Ryan
we need to skip you, buddy.
We are a roofing company here
sorry,
in Central
buddy.
Florida. Veteran.
I'm not from there.
Shortly after this incident, Sid, aka Big 39, decided to lie low and leave the city for some period of time after his family apparently saw how hot the gang life was slowly catching up to him. After a shooting against another YBC member named Lil Moo, unfortunately, Lil Moo was a close friend of another infamous YBC member who's currently behind bars, Curry. You can guess why his name is Curry. Young Bull was a straight shooter, apparently.
Oh,
the story gets even crazier.
That boy was a shooter type shit? Alright.
But we're gonna talk more about Curry later. While this was happening, another gang that had close ties to the 39th Street was just blocks away and ended up clicking with 39th Street, forming the first alliance against YBC that would soon grow. Around this time, YBC was starting to get a lot of name recognition within the city after continuously dissing through songs along the way. I guess in their heads, they saw that they were basically getting clout from dissing people, and they were, doing drills anyway, so they might as well profit off of it. Allegedly, they were still looking for Sid despite the fact that his family was continuously relocating him throughout the city. Eventually, Sid was arrested, And when YBC heard the news, they tried to camp out, take Sid out once he got out of jail, but unfortunately, they got the wrong guy and killed the 20-year-old who was released from prison on accident after getting an incorrect news that he had been released that day. Although this was tragic, the next...
That shit's sad, fam. The wrong nigga got released from jail. They thought they op got released from jail. And they slid on their ops right when they got it. Like, that's crazy, fam. Like, what niggas be doing for niggas to, like, do that? Like, what the hell?
Next thing that would...
How they get the incorrect name? Like, damn.
Go down would actually be just as bad, if not worse. In May 2021, apparently Sid was released and put on house arrest. YBC allegedly got the drop on his location again and fired shots at him, accidentally wounding his little sister who was just 6 years old in the process.
Damn.
Eyewitness News at 6, and we are streaming live on CBSN Philly. Hello, everyone. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Jessica Cartalia. A 6-year-old girl is hospitalized after being shot in West Philadelphia. It happened this afternoon on Wyalusing Avenue, and we're told the girl was outside playing with her friends when a group of men ran up and opened fire. She was...
The crazy...
Bro, what the hell y'all hitting jits, fam? What the hell, bro? Hey, that shit not even cool, bro. Like, that shit not even cool, fam. You shot a little girl in the leg, fam.
It seems like bystanders end up being free game for these shooters, and many times,
facts, cause they don't know how to shoot, dude. They never shot their pipe before.
Random people are injured and even gunned down in the process. It's almost like a literal war zone. However, as things were looking pretty dire for Sid, it seemed that another gang would soon join the mini cliques mounting against YBC, and this is where O to the 4 gets involved. On Thursday, March 11, 2021, at 3:04 p.m., 4 people were shot on the 1400 block of North 76th Street. Police officers arrived to the scene and learned that all 4 victims had been taken to Locanal Hospital in 2 private vehicles. Tamir Brown had been shot multiple times. Unfortunately, Tamir died from his wounds that evening, and Tamir Brown was infamous in the streets by his rap name Lil Mir. Lil Mir was cool with a lot of members from 39th Street, and his apparent killer allegedly had some type of ties to YBC. And guess who went and started dissing this man right after he got gunned down? YBC DUL and other YBC members began dissing Lil Mir shortly after this incident in many songs and on social media. This is how the infamous gang O to the 4 ended up getting involved and clicking up with 39th Street as a means for revenge for their fallen member. This would not be good for YBC, and we'll get into how this affected the gang later on the timeline. But basically, imagine already 3 gangs within a small area are looking to take out one gang. The situation already does not bode well for YBC off rip, with several members getting shot shortly after this incident. One of the craziest incidents was the shooting of Nazir Marks, an affiliate of YBC, getting gunned down shortly followed by the shooting of Kanye Pittman just 30 minutes later, who was apparently cool with one of those op groups.
Teenager is shot and killed just weeks before his high school graduation. He's among 3 teenagers struck by gunfire in the city last night. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Matt Petrillo with more on these crimes that once again involve teenagers.
18-year-old was shot multiple times on the 3900 block of Poplar Street in West Philly around 7:30 Tuesday night and later died. Police also rushed to a separate second shooting around 8 o'clock Tuesday night when officers found 15-year-old Kanye Pittman fatally shot on the 2500 block of Sydenham Street in North Philly.
This guy ended up getting named in many songs by YBC DUL and YBC as Young Bull from the back block. Straight crash out activities, bro. I swear you cannot make this up, just naming people who they know were killed in songs. However, things would get a lot more difficult for YBC when a tragic incident brought even more gangs together against them. CCK versus YBC.
Bro, how many gangs is in Philly, fam? They got mad different cliques, fam. Like, y'all boys, hey, if you from Philly, comment down below. How many gangs out there, fam? Now you got CCK versus YBC. It's like YBC, the top op in the city, fam. They beef with everybody type.
On July 21st, 2021, Kaylin Jihad Johnson would get gunned down while driving a car with a 5-6 Street member and a 2 to the 4 members in the car. Apparently, YBC member Curry, aka Arshad Curry, or 30, would later get charged for the shooting, but this would cost 56th Street with notable rappers Young Livy and with O to the 4 with notable rapper Lil Bucks clicking up against YBC. These groups ended up ganging up for the sole purpose of going against YBC, changing the name of their supergroup to CCK, aka the Clappers, which is O to the 4, with the Campers, which is 56th Street, to the other Clappers, spelled with a K, with a gang based out of South Philly. Not to mention, O to the 4 already had a relationship with 39th Street that was basically going to have YBC down bad. However, shortly before everything went to shit for YBC, it seems like they finally got their gig back on a member who was tormenting them for years. The end of Big 3-9.
Still not confident about which used car to buy?
Nope.
Why not ask them?
Seems like they finally got their gig back on a member who was tormenting them for years. And one of the craziest crash out incidents that you can imagine. It seems that YBC finally caught up to Big 3-9. But in the process, their youngest crash out shooter, Curry, aka 30, was caught up after apparently shooting at the police. I swear.
What type of crash out dummy shit is this, fam? That's on, hey, that's some crash dummy shit. That's some bold shit. You shooting at the police, my boy? Hey, you a dumbass jit, cause I ain't even go cap. Nigga, I would never shoot at the police, twin. I don't fuck with 12, but I'm not gonna shoot at 12, twin. First of all, 12 be trying to shoot first. So if they see you shooting, fam, they gonna get mad. They already trigger happy, fam. So if you shooting at their ass, fam, I don't know how it is in Philly, but in Florida, fam, in Florida, these, man, 12 be trigger happy out here, fam. I swear, like, down south, 12 be trigger happy, fam. They be ready to line a beat. I swear, fam, like, on God, like, look at the news in Florida, fam. But, like, you gotta be a dumbass jit, and you gotta be a bold motherfucker to shoot at the police, fam. Cause they shoot back. It's not like the police gonna run, and they shoot back, and they call for reinforcements, boy. Yeah, yo, what? Hey, that's tough, man. I need to go cat. That's tough as hell.
30 was caught up after apparently shooting at the police. I swear, bruh, you cannot make this up.
Violence in Philadelphia has torn a family apart and put police in harm's way. Police were going after a suspect in a double shooting that killed a 19-year-old man when they came under fire themselves. Two gunmen walked up to a front porch on the 2900 block of Weichel Street in the Port Richmond section last night. Police say the pair started shooting through a screen door. The teenager was fatally shot, along with a 49-year-old man believed to be his father. Police arrived on the scene quickly and were alerted to an area where people said a suspect had fled. That's when they themselves faced that gunfire.
At around 8:15 p.m. on the 2900 block of Weichel Street in the city's Port Richmond section, police say two shooters walked up onto the porch and fired at least 8 shots into a home, striking a 19-year-old man and a 49-year-old man. The 19-year-old victim later died at the hospital. The 49-year-old man, who police say maybe the father of the teenager, was listed in critical condition but ended up surviving.
Damn.
The victim was later identified
They shot the dad and the... What?
The notorious 39th Street shooter Sid, along with his father, but it did not end there. Minutes after the gunfire rang out, police were close by and responded, and a witness was able to alert the police to an area where the shooters fled. Soon after, officers found a male suspect running, basically discovered him under a car. That's when the suspect started shooting.
Nah, he was under the car. Oh, that's why he started shooting then, bruh. Bruh. He ain't even throw his pipe. He shot. He used his pipe. Fam. He ain't even. You feel me? That's
back
crazy,
at
man.
officers, according to investigators. Fortunately for him, none of those shots ended up hitting the police officers, but he ended up getting caught and arrested for that murder, along with the other murder that we previously talked about. So he's currently in jail facing 2 bodies. And as you guessed it, YBC DUL and YFA member F5 made sure to immediately start dissing the deceased 39th Street member in a series of songs, as any drill artist usually does. But having all these things going down obviously something has to break, and it looks like the downfall of YBC happened fairly quickly after this. Although in 2021, YBC was up on the scoreboard, it seemed like the following years would contribute to the utter downfall of the gang, with over a dozen members of YBC either getting taken out by rival gangs or going to jail. Although they released some of their biggest songs and still alive in 2022, things were getting to go downhill as there was too much pressure against them. Lil Dull even speaks in a Say Cheese interview and says that he lost around 19 people to all this gang activity, man, which is honestly crazy.
Damn.
That's like a room full of people. Apparently, it was this pressure.
He lost 19 of his homeboys, twin. Bruh, G might have walked in, so if I cut this shit, yo. But fucking, bruh lost all his homeboys. Basically, I never do that. That's real, fam? This real? This what be going on in like Philly and shit? Let me know in the comments.
That caused him to click up with the notorious gang out of North Philly, P&B. The gang where P&B Rock was based out of. However, this would just make things even more difficult because when you click up with another gang, yeah, you get their resources, but you also get their enemies. It was also along this time where YBC members would start to see the consequences of their actions, eventually follow them to the grave or the jail cell. First, it was the death of BK, aka Baby Kai, a YBC member who was followed and gunned down while doing weed deliveries. Members of CCK taunted this shooting and dropped mad disses that literally talked about how the exact events unfolded. Shortly after this, YBC member Eam Stacks was allegedly shot multiple times in a failed drill that left him with life-changing injuries. And shortly after this, tragedy struck very close to YBC DUL when his cousin and very close collaborator, Da Fetty, was gunned down in the summer of 2022. According to officials, police were called to the 500 block of West Bristol Street in Philadelphia's Hunting Park neighborhood just before 1 p.m. on the reported of a shooting. Police rushed him to Temple University Hospital where he died. Although, with all this tragedy striking in just a year, the incident that seemed to affect the group the most was the passing of beloved member J100, or Tajay Brooks, his real name, was unfortunately gunned down on December 5th, 2022, ending the year in a wild fashion of bloodshed. Philadelphia police officers responded to the 4300 block of Paris Street and found Tajay Brooks lying in the street. He was suffering from several gunshot wounds. He was then transported to Penn Presbyterian Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. And as you guessed it, the ops took no time and started dissing him and his death, referring to him as Boots for basically posting pictures and showing that he had boots on when he died. Man, this is one of the craziest scenes that I've seen in a while. Honestly, the only way that I can compare this is like the Chicago scene that was going on in the early 2000s. But as you see with them, everyone pretty much from that scene either died or ended up getting indicted on some crazy shit. But it took years for them to even get to that point. The Philly scene is so crash out and learned from the mistakes of the Chicago scene, yet still kept doing the same things yet worse, and pretty much all of them are pretty done. You know, YBC DUL, even though he posts this video, apparently can no longer stay in Philadelphia and is ended up going to California, because as you can see, your lifespan is dramatically decreasing every day that you're in Philadelphia in this scene. Too much blood has already been shed. And of course, along the way, there were several attempts to treaties with a lot of these gangs, but none of them ended up panning out. YBC at the time probably felt that they were up on the scoreboard and thought that they were invincible, or just didn't really care and were just ready to crash. And it ended up affecting them with other gangs that were just as terrible and just as terrorizing as them. Honestly, it's really sad that these young black men end up killing each other over stuff that doesn't even matter. It's not over money, it's not over drugs, it's literally just for the sake of killing each other. But at the end of the day, the reason why I made this video is a lot because of the fact that when you look at these news clips and you look at the stories of these people, they shed very little context to the ongoing situation, and a lot of their deaths end up just being, you know, like a small little statement on the bottom of a news page with no real video or anything like that. When I feel like these people were significant enough to at least warrant a little bit more than that, you know? And that's the crazy thing about this. I feel like Philly is kind of like a forgotten city. People think of like Meek Mill, PNB Rock, Lil Uzi and stuff like that, but they don't think about the ongoing underground scene that is pretty buzzing and pretty popular within their city. I don't know if it will ever get mainstream, but you know, you never be surprised. Maybe something goes viral, and I guess that's what YBC DUL was trying to do. But bro was so far gone lost, losing his cousin, close friends, and 19 people around him, that he probably doesn't even care. But he took the time to leave the city, which is honestly the smartest move that he could have done.
Nah, facts, fam. That's the smartest move he could ever do. Why he got a snapback? Why is there a snapback hat in the background? Like, that's not valid, fam.
And honestly, that's all you really can do. I'm not sure if he was ever really the one going out and doing the shootings, but he was definitely associated and knew about all the stuff going on. So at the end of the day, I guess that makes him complicit in it. But his video, when you look at it, you got to understand the context behind it, man. But hey, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, man. Real estate safe shit. You already know what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe. You already know what to do, man. Hit that notification bell so whatever I post, y'all tune in right away, man. Gang, let's get it.
Nah, that shit crazy. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. If you're from Philadelphia and you happen to see my vid, bro, like this vid, comment down below if I should do more reactions about what's going on in Philly and shit, or react to any artists and shit that's from Philly. Comment down below right now. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. You feel me? Show me love in the comments. But hey, Cash Crew lit. BGing with the mob. CashOutFabo. Cashing out straight motion. I'm going crazy. Nigga, I'm on the ground with this shit motion.